Hello, I'm Deb Kies with Stampin' on the Hill. Thanks for joining me today. If you're a replay warrior, I thank you as well. Please comment and let me know that you're watching. Today I have for you the July sketch. Let me show you quick what the sketch looks like. There it is. Not sure if you can really see my mouse going around. So we've got three different sort of triangle shapes of patterned or DSP, patterned paper, DSP, and then a greeting in the middle. So, got to find my mouse here. I keep losing my place. All right, so I guess we should just get right to it because this might be a little, I came up with a bunch of tips that it might be a little bit longer than normal today. So I'm going to switch it down and let's get stamping. Okay, so we're going to start with the easiest way to do this is it's really going to make 3 cards because basically what we're going to do is I have a piece of, this is pecan pie in the timber folder. And I have a piece of Mossy Meadow in the So Swirly folder. And then I have cut out, and I tried to do some of this ahead of time. This is Exposed Brick, and this is Misty Moonlight. Sorry, took me a minute. I forgot what it was called. Of course. All right, and we're gonna take and run this through our cut and emboss machine. Fold first the platform number 1, and then because this is a thicker folder, we're going to just use the number 4 plate to go on the top. Run that through. Sorry if I'm shaking the whole camera. All right. Move this off to the side. We're going to bring that back in a minute. But so then this is the exposed brick. So now what we're going to do, now that we have the 3 pieces, these are all the same size. They're all 4 by 5 1/4. And realistically, well, it's your next layer. I have 3 pieces of, I decided to go with Very Vanilla. These are 8 1/2 by 5 1/2, and they're all scored at 4 1/4. But I'm going to bring my bone folder in and give these a nice crease. Here's one. I like to kind of do it on an angle because in case there's a little bump in there, try to hold the edges as I'm lining them up. I try to hold them tight like this and then come on an angle with my bone folder. Just a tip. All right, so realistically, all of these are going to be the right size layer to show that. So what I'm going to do is take the 3 pieces and a pen. Look for a pen. Okay. I'm going to put this color on the bottom so I can see it because I'm going to flip it over. I don't want to see my pen mark. So I'm going to mark these. I'm going to look for the center on one side, and then I'm going to go a 1/2 inch here. Or no, I'm sorry, a 3/4 of an inch from this side and 3/4 of an inch from this side. So if I flip these around, and you're not going to be able to see unless I move this up some. Hopefully, let's go from this side, I guess. So inches are down here, and I'm going to go with 1, 2, and 5/8. 1 inch, 2 inches. This is a 1/2. Here's the 5/8 mark. So there's what I consider to be the center. And then if I move them around this way, I'm going to go with 3/4 from here. And then it's easier for me to move it to a full line and go 3/4 from here. Okay. Are you with me? All right, then we are going to bring in our cutter. And we're going to line these lines up here and cut our triangles. So I'm going to line up this one down here, this one up here, and I'm lining them up in the gutters. And then I'm going to push really hard and hope I got through them all. I did not. All right, we're going to pull out 1, 2. There's the third one there. Okay. And I'm keeping these kind of in order, but I'm going to flip them because I didn't want my those lines to show. This worked better, or the cutter worked better on 3 thicknesses when I used just plain DSP, just so you know. But you want to cut all 3 of them together so that you don't have pieces that might be just a tinge off from the other ones. So those are going this way. Nope, this way. Right? Okay. And then these are going like this. All right. Then I really kind of want my points to go on the other side, so I'm going to turn them around. And with all my DSP, yep, that one's on the bottom. With all my patterns, there's not really like an up or a down. They're not directional, so it doesn't really matter. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take and go one of those, one of those, one of those. Those are all the tops. And then the center did something wrong. And this, I did it. Okay, the center here, the center here, and the center here. And then I'm going to start with the next one, bottom, bottom, bottom. That makes sense, right? Okay, we'll set aside some of these and we'll work with this one. This is the bottom. And I'm pretty much just kind of dry fitting it to make sure that I have about the same, same border around the edges and that it's straight. And then I'm just going to bring in some glue. You don't need a ton. And I'm going to look for, I'm really looking for this to be about the same border along the bottom, and then this to be the same border along the top. And here's the middle piece. And then I didn't try this with these folders ahead of time, so I'm kind of interested. I tried it with DSP, and it works great with DSP. That's kind of cool, isn't it? Can you see all the different textures going on? That's kind of cool. All right, we're gonna do that with the rest of them, and maybe I'm not sure I'm gonna do them all on the camera right now, but I want to at least get you to the point where we can see everything that I've done, because you get the gist of doing this now 3 more times with these other 2 piles, right? That's 2 times to make 3 cards total with these other 2 piles. So you get that. The other thing I discovered, this is a die from Unbounded Love. And I thought, well, this is going to be cool if it like makes a little outline around the side of it. Well, it didn't. So I found out that what it actually does, and I'll show you, it cuts out the inside of it, and then it gives you a frame. Well, the frame's really cool. So what I thought I would do is cut out 2 colors of cardstock. So I cut all the vanilla ones. I stamped them all and I cut them out already. I'll show you in a minute. And now this one I'm going to run through the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. Let me move some of this stuff out of the way here. We're going to run this one through. So I'm going to use the platform number 1 and this shim plate number 2, and then I've got a cutting plate 3, and then this on black. I thought it looked pretty sharp on black. And then another cutting plate number 3. And then see what this looks like. So the center comes out, and then yeah, there it is in the back. So I used my take your pick tool and popped that out. And then what I thought I would do, what I did do is, and this is going to make for, you know, like a reverse kind of one. I think on black you almost have to emboss because there's not really anything that stands out so great on black as a greeting anyway, unless you could put something different on the inside of it. But so what I thought I would do, this is what I did, is sort of put it together. Let me bring in my silicone mat in a minute. And I flipped it over and I just used regular Scotch tape and wiggled it around enough, and I just used a little Scotch tape on all these little edges. So you can see it got a little bit of both edges there. I'm just using a little piece. And I did all 3 edges. You know what I forgot to do? I was going to show you a trick. Let me untape this a minute. Maybe. If not, it's not going to matter. All right. On one of my samples that I'm going to show you, I did some splattering, and you'll see it when we get there, but I want to show you on this one how I did the splattering. So just a piece of blotter paper, junk mail, whatever. And then I'm going to use the Misty Moonlight ink, and I'm going to use a plain clear black or acrylic black. Just going to get a little ink on there, maybe a little more. You never know how much you're going to need. Depends on the space that you're using, I suppose. And I'm going to use a water painter, and on the water painter it says push right here. This is just the one I chose to use. Let's hope that I can. It's kind of dry. You can see the water coming down through here, and we're going to let it drip in here. And I'm just going to make a puddle. And you can, the wetter, juicier it is, the easier it is to make your splatters. But in order to make my splatters, I don't want to get my card. In order to make my splatters, I'm just going to flick it. There we go. Try not to get it on your clothes. And then this can just get rinsed off like this. This will continue. Look at that, I got it all over my hands. This will continue to, if you keep pushing it, it'll come out. I will clean this later though. But that's how I did the splatter on there. Yeah, let's finish putting this thing back together now. I had it like this. And I got the tape on the back side here. Going the wrong way. All right, so, and then I ended up taping all 4 sides. Doesn't have to be a lot. This one's a little bit tedious just because I was not expecting that die to do that, but it's kind of fun. All right. So then all I'm going to do is pop this up with some dimensionals, and you know me, don't waste a thing. So we've got some already mostly used dimensionals. We're just going to pop those up. Let's go this way. Do you find these like all over the craft room? They're everywhere. I think I throw them in the garbage, but they're kind of staticky. So, and then I'm just going to put this in the middle. That kind of matches what our, oh, it looks a little crooked, doesn't it? It kind of matches our sketch to put it in the middle. So there's that one. And I'm going to finish the rest of those later. I did them in I made 3 different colors of greetings. So I will finish those. I wanted to show you a couple other ones that I tried. This one I did, and this I used the, oh shoot, what kind of paper is it? I can't remember. It came with the Unbounded Love and the flower whole grouping. But anyway, so you can see what I did. And I used the splatter method on these because they were so big. These are a little bit smaller. So it's I didn't really need the splatter, but these seemed like they needed something. So, and then I added black twine. And if you haven't seen this is just a big loopy bow, and then you glue it to the back. And then it kind of doesn't look like a bow necessarily. It just looks like an added accent. So there's another set. And then these I had done a while back, but this is kind of the same concept. These they don't come to a point, so they're not as sharp of an angle as our current sketch, but kind of the same idea. This could definitely pass for a sketch. So what do you think of those? They went together pretty easily, and realistically, if you're going to do it, you pretty much have to make 3 cards. It's the easiest way to make sure that all of your triangles are going to be about the same size, is to cut 3 thicknesses at the same time. So you might as well make 3 cards. And how quick and easy is that, making 3 cards? It really, I mean, how long have we been doing this? It hasn't taken that long at all. Anyway, so I hope you enjoyed today's sketch, or this month's sketch. Again, please let us know in the comments if you're enjoying these sketches, if I should continue them. Maybe we should do something different. But for now, we're going to continue them, so I hope you're getting something out of them. Be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel and give me a thumbs up on Facebook. That's always helpful to help me grow my channels, and I appreciate your support. Until next time, thanks for watching.